Here's a quick clip from step 2 on how to create HDR images for professional real estate photography. For more info, check out realestatephotographycourse.com. Okay, so now that we removed all the photos, what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that the temperature is all synced through all the pictures, the white balance. So we're going to highlight all the stacks and the grouped pictures. So left click on your last stack, Control Shift and left click on your first one, and then go over here to develop. One thing that you want to make sure that this is on auto sync. So you could see this, if you clicked here, it would go to sync, but you want to make sure it's on auto sync when you do this. So it automatically syncs all the temperature for all the pictures. So I'm going to click on my first one, pick a room that has the most neutral tones in it. See, this one has a lot of white ceiling. Anything with a lot of neutral tones is usually the photo I use for an example. So when you're down here at the bottom and the pictures are still all highlighted, they all have to be highlighted, but you still have the one that's, you did click on this picture to use this as an example. Right click on that, go up to stacking and expand all stacks. So that'll expand them. So what I'm going to do now, it's still highlighted on this one, but each one, the top picture from each one is highlighted as well. So you're going over here to the little eyedropper that does the temperature and the white balance, and you're just going to click on an area that has a lot of neutral tones and left click on that. And you'll see here, there's a little plus and minus. It's just changed the tone of the picture a little bit. It set the white balance for the picture. So you'll see that each picture has the same white balance as this one. So it synced all the white balance. And sometimes you'll see if there is a lot of pictures, there'll be like a little bar at the top here saying it is syncing the pictures. So it will show you that you're working. If not, you can look at the bottom of the pictures and see the plus and minus sign, which means it synced all the tools or anything and the changes that you made to the picture to all the pictures. So now we're going to go back up the top and go into library. So you see all the top pictures are still highlighted. So what we're going to do is we're going to left click on the bottom picture. We're going to leave the stacks expanded. Left click on the bottom picture. See that it's highlighted. Scroll up to the top picture. Control Shift, highlight. So you're going to highlight all your pictures, all your group stacks, and this is where we are going to export them into a folder to add them to Photomatix. So we'll go up to File, go to Export. You can also export down here as well. So I'm going to choose my folder. I have a specific folder that I created. I called it Organizing Real Estate Photography. It just helps me when I'm exporting and importing into Photomatix, just to keep things organized. So it's on my desktop. Getting Organized Real Estate Photography. So I double click on that. So I'm just going to do the batch 2 because I know I have some pictures already in there from my last photo shoot. So we'll do bracketed images to Photomatix batch 2, however you want to name it. Just put it in a folder, and that's going to be the folder that you import from into Photomatix. So select that folder. The most important thing here is that you change one moment. Is that you change the file settings. Image format. When we export export the pictures to go into Photomatix, we're going to export them as a TIFF file. That is very, very, very important. Another thing I do, I just resize to fit. This is what we use for, that works well for all our real estate agents in Ontario. So I just keep the settings there so they're not too big. And then after export, I do nothing. They're just going to go into that folder. You can add your watermark here if you want. I don't. It's a personal preference. So I'm going to export now. It says preparing to export. And then you'll see up here exporting 72 files. So once these are exported into that folder, I will show you how we import them into Photomatix. This was just a small clip from step 2 of realestatephotographycourse.com. For more lessons, you can join as one of my students, where all the lessons are available on video or PDF, so you can learn as easy as possible.